Bukayo Saka and Jude Bellingham step up as England win 0-1 against Serbia. But the performance in the second half at times, it was a tough watch, man. Do you know how much I've been looking forward to this tournament? I want to see England thrive. Notoriously, we've always had bad starts in recent times in tournaments. But that second half, man, make sure you go down, smash a like on the video. Serbia 0, England 1. When we talk about individual performances, when we talk about players stepping up, Jude Bellingham is 20 years of age. Like, we need to just take a minute. Take a minute. This guy joins Real Madrid, wins La Liga, assists the second goal in the Champions League final, wins the Champions League. They only lost one game in La Liga. Steps up onto the Euros. First game, bang, 1-0. And Bukayo Saka, look, the first half, Bukayo Saka was beating his man 9 out of 10 times. Was beating his man. Was absolutely cooking him. And it looked like Kyle Walker and Saka could see that they could get the better of the fullback. On the other side, Foden, like, this guy is world class. 6 league titles, performed at the highest level, goals at the Bernabeu tonight. Like, I don't know if it was Foden had a bad game or the fact that the manager can't seem to get him in the game. He had a free role, but it was congested because in the middle you had Bellingham and you had Foden, and it was kind of like Trippier at one point was playing like a left winger in terms of our attacking positions. And don't get me wrong, a win is absolutely fantastic, right? I don't necessarily think this is our best formation. And I think at the moment, we just take the momentum into the next game. I'm not coming out saying that England are going to win anything yet because Germany have played better, Spain have played better, and we haven't seen France yet or Portugal. But this lineup on paper, we all know Foden is at his best in the 10, right? My preferred midfield would be Declan Rice in the 6, Bellingham in the 8, and Foden in the 10. But Trent Alexander-Arnold tonight, I thought was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I thought Trent was absolutely fantastic in that midfield. And at times it looked like a double pivot, like you can see on the screen. And at times it looked like a midfield of Rice in the 6, Trent in the 8, and Bellingham in the 10. But what that does is it completely nullifies Phil Foden. And we look like we have zero idea on that left-hand side. Now, Trippier is not a out-and-out left-back. We know that. He's best on the right-hand side. But Kyle Walker is the better fullback out of the two. Luke Shaw is not fully fit. And Chilwell, Chilwell's just, he didn't even go. So the only other left-back we can really play there, you could play Joe Gomez there, or you wait for Luke Shaw to come back, and then you play, you keep playing Trippier there. But that left-hand side has got to improve. If you play Gordon, you get that blistering pace. He's best at running in behind. If you play Palmer, he can create a lot of things. But I actually think this formation right here, as you can see here, I think we need to change it up. We lacked an engine in midfield that second half. We lacked a Conor Gallagher type player that can drive with the ball. Jude Bellingham was taking up some deep positions, recovering it a couple of times. Declan Rice, mate, my man of the match. I thought he was absolutely fantastic tonight. I genuinely do. Pickford had to make a bit of a worldy save, but other than that, I don't really think they tested us too much. They had one shot on target. They're a big physical side, the likes of Milinkovic, Savic, Milinkovic, Dusan Tadic, Mitrovic, Vlahovic, Kostic. They've got some physical players, but I don't really think they ever tested us. We did have a couple of wobbles here or there, but Stones, Gay, I thought Gay was very good as well. The way they recovered it, we looked semi-comfortable, but, the press the second half was non-existent. The second half, Saka didn't really beat his man. Bowen come on and finally put a ball in the box, and Kane, if the keeper doesn't pull off an absolute worldy save in Rakovic, we make it 2-0. But it maybe is a little bit worrying for me that how we played that second half. I don't think overall we were impressive. And you look at the likes of Germany that scored 5 goals in their first game, the likes of the Spanish, who put 3 goals past Croatia. You know, even Switzerland scored 3 goals. Italy had a little bit of a wobble, but it looked like they were in complete control. You know, Italy had 17 shots. The Netherlands had 19, and we had 5. Serbia had more shots than us. So that's got to be improved. But notoriously, throughout all the European competitions, you know, you think back to last Euros, we beat the Czech Republic 1-0. We drew with Scotland. We beat Croatia 1-0. Notoriously, we all are always the slow starters, and then we come into our groove. But that second half, you know, Serbia, they pressed us, that they worked for it. They looked energized. They looked the team that wanted it more. There's some question marks over Foden's performance, and there's definitely some question marks on that left-hand side. I thought Harry Kane had a very, very physical game up against Milinkovic, their centre-back, who's an absolute giant of a man. But overall, you know, it's 3 points. We've practically qualified because I do think we'll beat Slovenia and Denmark. This was the game I was a little bit, probably the most worried out of the two, because I think they are a very, very, very physical side. And in the corners, you know, the average height of their team was 6'2". Got some beast in there. I felt we dealt well with Vlahovic and Milinkovic, Savic and Mitrovic, and we kind of reduced them to taking long range efforts, which, you know, it's very, very rare that you're going to beat a Pickford from, you know, 25, 30 yards. I wasn't really overall that worried about, you know, kind of the second half in possession. What I was worried about was the way how cheaply we gave the ball away. Like, for me, I'll be honest right now. If we play like that in that second half against Germany, against Portugal, against France, and I know we haven't seen Portugal or France yet, but Southgate, for me, one criticism I've always given him is he lacks the big impact substitutions. You know, England, we didn't make our first substitution until, I want to say, we brought on Kobe Mainoo, Jared Bowen. He didn't make his first substitution until the 69th minute. Between the 48th minute and the 69th minute, Serbia gained some confidence and they started to slowly get on the ball more. That's when you got to make the substitutions. You bring on a Mainoo, you bring on a Gallagher earlier. You don't necessarily wait that long. But look, it's 3 points in the group. It's a very, very important win. We go again, but I'm not going to lie. It was a tough watch. It was an incredibly tough watch, that second half. Let me know your thoughts down below if you haven't already. It's going to be an interesting, it's going to be a very, very interesting tournament. You know, France play tomorrow. Portugal play, I believe, on Tuesday. Belgium play tomorrow. And I'm going to be honest. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But look, 3 points is 3 points. I'll take it on to the next game. I think Saka needs to improve on his second half display. I thought Jude was brilliant. I thought Rice was brilliant. I think we need to get Kane on the ball more. I thought Foden was not himself. But let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you go down, smash that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.